This is what a week in New Zealand looks like. Now, I've never been interested in making vlogs, and technically this still isn't one. But this trip to New Zealand, man, it was something else. So I thought to myself, might as well make something to remember it for. So here you go, over 50 gigabytes worth of photos and video footage condensed into this one video. Enjoy. And of course, we couldn't make it out of Melbourne without something going wrong. One of our visas couldn't be cleared at the customs. To be specific, this guy's visa. And now is probably a good time to introduce the gang. We are a group of 3. You've already met Peter, the visa problem guy. He forgets stuff all the time. This here is Alan, the trip organizer and our main driver. He couldn't pronounce words correctly to save his life. And of course, me. I'm Tony. Unlike the other two, I'm pretty much perfect. Well, almost perfect. Suffice to say, we had the dream team for this trip. Fortunately, the visa problem was quickly resolved. As it turns out, Peter here accidentally wrote 11 on his passport as II.
劫后余生，我的钱差点就没了。
So let's start again, shall we? Oh, and apparently, Christchurch is a gateway city to Antarctica, which is pretty cool. However, as I'll soon find out, not all activities were voluntary. After Alan had a great night's sleep, we leave for our next destination. The drive took us a couple of hours. Cell signal was pretty much non-existent, so my massive offline song collection came in handy. You see, since Alan was mainly in charge of planning the trip, apart from him mentioning some lake, which he mispronounced by the way, I didn't really know where we were headed, nor did I have any expectations. So believe me when I say this, I was genuinely surprised by what we saw next. It was my first time seeing snowy mountains in person, and they were simply spectacular. Now, watching them from afar is cool, but seeing them up close is much cooler. I mean that literally. here we go.
Oh, that's interesting.
Strongest gusts were probably around 60 kilometers an hour, maybe more, especially on these suspension bridges that can shake like crazy. We had to crawl through one of them practically at one point. There's also this cool glacier lake at the end. The hike took us around 3 hours in total, and we were all pretty exhausted afterward. Time for somewhere a bit more relaxing.
All right. 可以可以。
The place we stayed at had almost no light pollution at all, so the entire night sky was pretty much filled with stars. But not everything in Queenstown is about relaxing. Apparently, the director of Star Wars, NBA star Yao Ming, and even the Queen of England have all been on the ride before. Now that I'm also on the list, we can finally give the stamp of approval for its funness. Speaking of fun, of course, a day of packed activities must be followed by another in a town that's even more chill. As the daylight of the next day barely seeped through the fog, we headed to our final major destination. Supposedly, if you're splashed by the fall, you'll be 10 years younger the next day. I now look forward to my 12th birthday this year. So, this is it. 9 days, almost a year's worth of saving. And now, only one question remains. Was it all worth it?